Hey everyone, what's up? How are you? I'm Rachel and I'm here every Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, really just thinking out loud with you guys, sharing my thoughts, my lessons of the week, my growth for the week, maybe some aha moments if I've had them, and sharing my voice on my journey to seize my passion. And I love doing this from the Seize Your Passion group on Facebook. This is the third time doing it. As I mentioned before, I switched from Periscope. I've been doing these live stream chats for a while now, but it's only my third week from the Facebook group of Seize Your Passion. So that's exciting. Okay, so this week what I want to share with you is a frustration that I've always had, but that I've been feeling particularly strongly this week. And that is my frustration with fluff, okay? I don't have patience, don't have tolerance for fluff. I hate anything that's trivial or superficial or phony. I've always been that way. I guess a positive way of saying that would be, I always am drawn to and engage with and search for anything or anyone with depth and meaning and purpose. And one of the things I just could never tolerate and still can't tolerate is phoniness, right? People who put up a facade and aren't real and aren't truly authentic. And the reason that I've been even more frustrated by that this week is because I realized this week that, there's so much stuff out there, right? There's so much fluff. There's so much shit out there and BS out there. It's so easy today to share our voices, right? To do this. It's so easy today to share our thoughts and our ideas and to throw things out there, right? In the online landscape that we live in, that so many people are doing it and they're using, and here's the other part of it, right? Is that this whole space of personal development and personal growth and fulfillment and achievement has become really much more mainstream today than it was when I was growing up, for example, right? Which is great, right? Like there's so many life coaches and business coaches, and spirituality is, and positive mindset and mindfulness and personal development itself is becoming and has become really mainstream. And so there's a lot of these phrases that people throw around that have become trendy and catchphrases, phrases like, authenticity and integrity and following your passion. But they throw these phrases around and they actually abuse them because there's actually nothing behind them. And it's really a lot of fluff. And I guess that happens whenever something becomes prevalent, right? There's just more abuse of it and it's overused and misused. But it's really frustrating when I go online or I'm meeting or connecting with people and they throw out these phrases and they use words like integrity and authenticity and realness and rawness and helping others and being positive and being inspirational and achieving personal growth and fulfillment, but there's absolutely nothing behind it. There's no substance, there's no depth, there's no meaning. I just don't have a tolerance for that. And the flip side of that is, again, while I'm constantly searching for anything or anyone that has real depth to it and substance behind it and actually practice what they preach and don't just throw words around, right? A lot of those people that are throwing these phrases around and are using these words, it's because not always, but often they're trying to sell you something, right? So they're using words that they think you want to hear or they think are catchphrases. And, even the word passion, right? The word passion is totally abused today. People are saying, oh, I'm passionate about creating, some sort of like program. I mean, maybe you're passionate about creating, something that has to do with your job, but, oftentimes I find that people, when I ask them, oh, what are you passionate about? Because I talk to people about this all the time, obviously, they'll just throw out, oh, I'm really passionate about, something that I don't even know what they're saying. I don't even know what it means. And it's clearly just what they do for a living or what they think they should be doing. And it has nothing to do with what the word passion really means. And then there are those people who are, again, trying to sell you something and are just hiding behind the facade of those words and what they mean, what they truly mean, or what they should mean, just to lure you in to whatever it is they're trying to achieve for their own personal goals, or sell you something, and they don't actually, there's nothing behind it, right? It's just these words of, oh, we're authentic and we're inspirational and we're into personal growth and achievement, but there's nothing there. There's literally nothing there but the empty words. So again, that's my frustration with that, and that's why I hate sort of fluff and anything that's trivial and superficial, and I always look for the depth and the meaning and the purposefulness and the realness, which is true authenticity, and the rawness. Even if it's something I don't agree with, I'll much more rather engage in someone or something or an idea that I may completely disagree with, but if it's real and it's raw and there's substance behind it, and there's actual, doing and executing of whatever it is they're using the words to describe it, 1,000 times over, I'll engage in that and think about that, and that'll get me going and light my fire up and get my passion going, than someone who uses all the right words but is clearly phony or just totally superficial with no real depth or substance or meaning behind it. However, the flip side of that is that, I tend, for me, I always look for the depth and the meaning and the purpose, but I also oftentimes tend to complicate things and make things complex when they don't need to be, right? There is a acronym it's called KISS, KISS, right? Keep it simple, stupid. But for me, what I realized this week is it's actually keep it simple, smart. It's really smart to keep things simple. And I say this all the time, I find, and I keep rediscovering and relearning that often the greatest truths and the greatest meaningful, deep concepts and ideas and sort of epiphanies or aha moments in life are usually the most basic and simple ones that, literally just keep it truly simple, smart, not stupid, because it's not stupid at all in my opinion. It's really smart. And the reason I started thinking about this is because the end of last week I had to do a 60-second pitch. Okay, so 60 seconds or less I had to describe for CEOPA, for the platform, for the business. 60 seconds or less I had to articulate what the vision is, what the end goal is, what the business plan is, what the revenue model is, what the market is, what the marketing strategy is, what the product market fit is, in 60 seconds or less, right? And it was such a great exercise. And the reason I bring it up, and the reason it relates to this, and to this, what I'm talking about, and how I hate fluff, and how it's all about finding the depth and the purpose and the meaning and being real and truly authentic and not just using the word authentic, is because it made me realize that it's a really great exercise for me to do on my own, I totally recommend it. Not just because you have to, or not because you're trying to sell something or pitch something, or you have to do, you're trying to raise money or something, and which is why you have to do a 60-second pitch typically. But, and it doesn't have to be for a business either, it could be literally for anything. So you have a goal, or you have something that you're trying to work out or figure out with yourself that has to do with your own growth and becoming better. A great exercise is to articulate that in 60 seconds or less with all the meaning and the depth and the substance behind it, right? Articulate every detail. So start with the end goal and what the end result is and why you want to achieve that end goal, and go through each and every step of how to get there. And it sounds really easy, but it's really, really hard to do that in 60 seconds or less, to really get into the depth and the meaning and the purpose behind whatever it is you're trying to figure out or create, or whatever goal it is, and do that really succinctly and simply. Keep it simple, smart, in 60 seconds or less. So I just wanted to share that with you because I think it's a really, really great exercise, just to do on your own even, in front of a mirror, or record yourself, or better yet, in front of someone you trust, to get that outside perspective, because you want to understand, am I articulating in a clear and deep and meaningful way, but keeping it, in that 60 seconds or less time? And we don't hear ourselves the way someone else hears us. And what's clear to us up here isn't necessarily clear to someone else. And it's important to learn how to articulate that for your own self-clarity. And the bouncing board just helps with that. So that's it. I hate fluff. So my, turning that into a positive is, You know, I'm always looking for the depth and the meaning and the purpose, and always keeping it real and authentic. I love realness. I love rawness. That's what Seize Your Passion is about. You know, that's one of the main reasons I even decided to create this platform, right, is because there's so much fluff out there, and I wanted one place where people could go to and actually find what they're looking for, that's real and raw, about real people and real voices, that has depth and meaning and purpose to it. But at the same time, keep it simple, smart, KISS, and not overcomplicate things. And that exercise of doing it in 60 seconds or less just really helped me, so I thought I'd share it with you. That's really it. I will end by saying a very, very happy birthday to my delicious baby who's turning 5 tomorrow. She continuously challenges me and helps me grow every single day and become a better version of myself. And I'm excited to seize my passion for her and her birthday this weekend. And I hope all of you do the same. Seize your passion for whatever it is that turns you on. Keep it real, keep it deep, keep it meaningful, keep it simple. Enjoy. Bye, guys.